This hour. Congressman, thanks for taking the time. We're talking about giving these government agencies 8% more. It was just Monday at the White House. There was this fiscal responsibility summit, as they called it. Is there a disconnect here?
There's a big disconnect here. It's 8.8% more, but also this president said that he was happy the stimulus bill didn't have any earmarks. He said that the day before we voted on 9,000 earmarks. There are 9,000 earmarks, pork barrel projects in this $410 billion bill, which increases spending on government bureaucracies by 8.8%. We haven't had this kind of an increase in a long time on government bureaucracy spending. This on the heels of really what's more of a $1 trillion stimulus package, and on the heels of a budget that's coming out tomorrow that's going to raise taxes and raise spending even more.
We just want to define for our viewers what an earmark is. An earmark, we're going to put it up on the screen, is when Congress, or more often one member, puts specific instructions or strings onto a bill, or to tell how the money basically will be spent. Something that's in this budget bill that we're looking at today is $22 million for an addition to the JFK Presidential Library. Fabulous library. We want it to look great for visitors. Is this the year to be spending $22 million?
No, and more importantly, these are supposed to be private foundation funds that fund presidential libraries. There's a lot of things that are in this bill that we shouldn't be doing, personally, I believe, ever, but in a recession of all times, we shouldn't be doing this thing. There's money for tattoo removal in this bill. I mean, you can go on and on and on about the junk and the pork that's in this bill. The problem is this huge increase in spending on programs that was just increased in the stimulus bill will give us a higher deficit. It means we're going to have to go borrow more money, and that means we're going to have to raise taxes on the American people and on our next generation by more than we already are planning. And tomorrow we're going to get a big tax increase coming to the floor, or coming to the House from our budget, from the president.
Yeah, let's talk about what we will hear from the president tomorrow. Do you suspect it'll be anything different? I mean, he's been very clear about saying, I don't want earmarks. I don't want too much pork.
But every indication we get is that he's going to sign this bill. So today, a couple of hours, we're going to pass a bill that could not be amended. They did not allow us to go after earmarks, to pass 9,000 earmarks. And every indication we're getting from the White House is that they're going to sign this bill into law.
The bill that we're talking about today to keep the government running needs to be passed by the 6th of March. By all accounts, it's going to sail through. You as Republicans, what can you do? As Nancy Pelosi so now infamously said weeks ago, we won.
The only power we have is the power of persuasion, the power to tell the truth, the power to come on here and tell you that there's actually 9,000 earmarks in this bill, but we don't have the power to stop this bill. That's why we didn't have the power to stop the $1 trillion that went out the door in spending and stimulus. We don't have the power to stop this. And we probably don't have the power to stop the tax increases that are coming in tomorrow's budget. The tax increases on savings, investment, on small business owners, the tax increases on carbon, which will affect manufacturing, people in cold states like myself. These are the things that are coming through Congress in just this year. And our concern is the great rhetoric we heard yesterday from the president, who gave a brilliant speech, doesn't match the substance. We're in a recession. We shouldn't be taxing and spending to the level of we're doing. I don't think we should be doing all this taxing and spending ever, but you don't raise taxes in a recession. Unfortunately, that's precisely what Congress is going to be doing this year.
Congressman Paul Ryan is a Republican of Wisconsin, ranking member of the House Budget Committee. Again, we did invite the Democratic Budget Committee members to come on. They were not able to do it. Congressman, thanks.
Thank you.
Every year.